Good day everyone. So welcome to another discussion. So today we will discuss evaluating function. So first we will define what is an evaluation of function. So when we say evaluation of function, it is the process of determining the value of function at the number assigned to a given variable. So meaning class, itong evaluation of function is just simply simplifying. So, may binibigay na value ang isang variable, so substitute nyo lang para makuha nyo po yung corresponding value doon sa inyong given function. So, yun lang naman ang ibig sabihin ng evaluating function, no? So, in evaluation of function, we have two steps, no? So, step number 1, you need to replace each letter or variable, no, in expression with assigned value or what we call substitution. So, ibig sabihin, step 1, kailangan natin na i-substitute yung given value doon sa ating function na binibigay sa example natin, no? After that, proceed kayo sa step number 2, which is perform the operation in the expression using the correct order of operation. So, ibig sabihin, class, so, after mo ma-substitute, kailangan mo i-simplify. Pero take note, ang sinabi dito, you need to have a correct order of operation. Kasi, magmamatter kasi yan, class. Yes, alam natin mag-substitute, pero pag mali ang order of operation natin, there's a great chance na mali rin yung makukuha nating sagot. So, let's be careful. Ano ba yung order of operation? Yun yung mga PEMDAS, BOMDAS, so on and so forth. Okay, so I hope you recall those terms kasi yun yung magagamit ninyo in evaluating a function, no? So, we have a lot of functions, no? So here are some. So let's start discussing first the linear function. So ano po bang linear function? So pag sinabing linear function, polynomial function siya na highest degree niya is 1. Ano ba yung degree? Yun yung exponent. So the highest exponent in the equation or in the function is always be equal to 1 if we're gonna talk about function. So as you can see dun sa bottom right natin, ito po, ayan, so makikita natin dito na lahat yan ay ang exponent ay power of 1. Sir, wala naman ako nakikita ang exponent na 1 because it is understood na kapag isang variable ay wala nakikitang exponent, automatically that is that will be belong to linear function. Bakit? Kasi understood sa math na kapag wala kang makikitang exponent doon sa isang variable, automatically yung value nun is equal to 1. So, I hope naging clear siya sa ganong aspeto, no? Pag sinabi naman natin quadratic function, ito naman yung function na ang highest power niya ay 2. Ayan. So, makikita natin in this equation, ayan, no, that the highest power of our variable is 2. So, kapag ito naman yung highest degree o highest exponent, that would be quadratic. Then, pag sinabi natin cubic, so, the exponent right here, the highest exponent right here is equivalent to 3. So, yun naman yung tatlong functions na diniscuss ko kasi hindi naman talaga natin sa topic, bagkos ang topic natin ay evaluation. So, binigyan ko lang kayong idea. So, let's start our example number 1, no? Given f of x is equal to 5x plus 3, find f of 3. So, remember the two steps that we had discussed kanina, that the first step is substitution. Ano po ba yung substitution? Pagpapalit. So, as you can see, naka-red part na yung x dyan. So, lahat ng x ay naka-red. Meaning, kailangan natin palitan yung x ng corresponding value. Ano yung ipapalit natin? Yung value na ito. Kung ano yung value na binigay, yun yung ipapapalit. Okay? So, mas makikita natin sa susunod na yung x ay magiging 3 na. Because that is the corresponding value. So, based again sa definition, kailangan natin ma-determine kung ano yung value yung ipapalit para ma-simplify natin. Okay? Next would be to simplify. So, after you substitute, you replace next to simplify or to perform the operation. Again, correct order of operation. So, be careful ha. So, as you can see, ayan na, kinopya ko lang muna yan dyan from this point up to this. Kopyahin muna natin and then simplify. So, bakit po may parenthesis yan? Ayan, balikan natin, baka may magtatanong eh. Bakit po from 5x naging 5 times 3? Remember, na kapag magkasunod yung numerical number, at variable, automatically, pag nilagyan ng value yung variable, nagmumultiply po talaga tayo. That's the rule, okay? So, wala tayong question doon, no? Rule yan. Kapag magkatabi yung numerical value at variable, minumultiply natin siya, okay? So, huwag po sana tayo malilito. Kaya po yun ang dahilan na yung 5x natin ay naging 5 times 3. Okay? So, in our case, we need to multiply 5 times 3 and that would be 15. So, if we're gonna multiply 5 and 3, that's 15. Bakit positive? Because, as you can see, the sign of 5 is positive and the sign of 3 is positive as well. So, naging positive 15 yan. Plus 3, so the answer is positive 18. So, ganun lang po kadali kung paano tayo mag-evaluate ng isang function given na may value tayong kailangang ipalit. Okay? Second number, same function but different value yung ipa-plug in. This time, negative 3 naman siya. So, paano naman yan? So, again, substitution, f of x is equal to 5x plus 3. Next, palitan natin yung x ng negative 3 because that's the value. Second, we just simply copy. Ayan. And then simplify. So, in our case, 5 times negative 3, obviously, this one is positive, this one is negative. So, dapat alam natin na pag positive minultiply sa negative, ang sagot lagi yung negative. So, mangyari, 5 times 3, that will be 15, and then just follow the rule. Kaya siya naging negative because in multiplying unlike sign or different sign, the answers always be negative. So, bring down 3. Ayan, bring down 3. So, in this case, magkaiba na naman. Magkaiba yan. So, again, ibang rule ng multiplication division. Huwag po tayo malilito. In this case, addition yan. So, pag magkaiba ang sign, anong ginagawa? Sinusubtract o ina-add? Sinusubtract and then just copy the sign of the larger number. So, in our case, 15, negative 15 plus 3, negative 12. Bakit po negative 12? Again, magkaiba sila ng sign. You do subtraction. 15 minus 3, 12, and then copy the sign of the larger number. Okay, so ganun po siya kadali. So, you can pause this video from time to time and balik nyo para kung sakaling nalilito, malinawan kayo sa explanation na ginagawa natin, no? Next number, example number 3, in this case, 4x squared minus 5, find f of 2. So, again, substitution. Ayan, makikita natin na yung x natin ay naka-red pa rin, meaning yun yung papalitan. Yun lang. So, f of 2, so ayan na, is equal to 4 times 2 squared minus 5. In this case, again, binigyan ng emphasize doon kanina, correct order of operation. So, hindi mo pwedeng multiply yung 4 times 2. Pagkos, dapat ang una mong gagawin dyan, class, ay itong dalawa. Yung 2 raised to 2. Because, based on the rule, PEMDAS, parenthesis exponent. So, you need to deal exponent before multiplication. So, I hope malinaw sa inyo yun. No? So, 2 squared, or 2 times 2, that would be 4. Okay? So, 2 squared or 2 times 2, that would be 4. And 4 times 4, they are both positive. So, therefore, positive yung sagot, that would be 16. So, 16 minus 5, that would be 11. So, our answer for given number 3 is 11. Okay? So, next, how about pag ganito naman? So, f of x is equal to negative 8x cubed plus 7. Find f of negative 2. So, again, substitution. Palit lang tayo ng palit. So, ayan, negative 2 naman in our case. Now, so, kanina, dalawang beses lang kasi power of 2 lang yan. Pero in our case, power of 3. So, meaning tatlong beses mo i-multiply yung negative 2. So, paano yan? Paano gawin ng tama yan? So, first, negative 2 times, in times natin, represent ko na lang muna siya as dot, times negative 2. So, negative 2 times negative 2. So, again, negative times negative, positive, no? So, that would be 4. Okay? And do not forget, tatlong beses. So, may dalawang 2 ka na, dapat may isa pang 2. Times negative 2. So, 4 times 2, that would be 8. Ayan. Klaro yun, no? 8. Pero, positive times negative, negative. So, the correct answer right here for this case, in this case, dapat 8 siya, no? Negative 8. So, makikita nyo dyan, negative 8. So, yun po yung reason bakit negative 8 ang lumabas, no? At hindi magiging positive 8. Next, negative 8 times negative 8. Obviously, negative times negative is positive. So, 8 times 8, that would be 64. And 64 plus 7 is simply 71. Okay? Let's proceed with example number 5. So, paano naman pag fraction yung corresponding value ng x? So, let's see. Substitution, palit ulit tayo, yung x magiging 1/2, no? So, paano naman po ito i-execute? Alright, so tingnan natin na mabuti. So, meaning ito, i-erase mo to sa 2, at the same time, ito rin i-erase mo rin sa 2. So, paano yan? 1 times 1, yun. So, ganun. So, 1 squared is 1 times 1, and this one is 2 times 2, because that's 2 squared. So, yun po yung reason bakit naging 1/4. Again, bakit naging 1/4? Because 1 times 1 is 1. Yun po yung meaning ng 1 squared. And 2 times 2 is 4. So, yun po yung dahilan bakit yung numerator natin ay 1. Ayan po. At bakit ang denominator natin ay 4. Saan ang galing? Dito sa power of 2. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. Next thing that we need to do is to multiply this 2. 3 times 1. I-multiply natin yung 3 tsaka sa 1. Hindi po sa denominator. Again, if we're gonna multiply whole number to a fraction, ang gagawin lang is whole number times the numerator. So, magiging, ayan, guided naman tayo dyan. So, magiging 3/4 minus 2. So, ayan. So, I hope clear yan, no? Bakit naging 3/4? Again, we're gonna multiply 3 times 1. So, that would be 3. And then, just copy denominator 4 minus 2. So, we're not done yet. Proceed pa tayo sa isang slide. So, paano ba tayo mag-perform ng operation? A fraction minus a whole number. So, paano? Gagawin natin is make this term becomes fraction. O, gagawin natin itong fraction para balance, no? So, paano natin gagawin yung fraction? By putting 1. Ayan. By putting 1 as our denominator. Lagi yon. Kung gusto nyo gawing fraction yung isang whole number, lagyan nyo lang siya ng 1 sa ilalim. Fraction na siya. Laging 1. Kasi, if we're gonna simplify, yung whole number pa rin naman yung sagot niya. So, wala po tayong problema doon. So, the answer right here, or the fraction form of our whole number is 2/1. So, lagi yan pag gusto nyong gawin fraction yung whole number, lagyan nyo lang 1 yung inyong whole number sa ibaba. So, mangyari, apply tayo butterfly method. Kailan ginagamit ang butterfly method? Kapag hindi parehas yung denominator. So, kapag parehas, madali naman. Perform lang yung operation, okay na yun. Pero kapag hindi parehas ang denominator when adding and subtracting fractions, ayan, adding and subtracting, gamit kayo butterfly method para mabilis. Paano po yun? So, again, 3/4 minus 2/1. So, first, we're gonna multiply 3 to 1. The answer is 3. And we're gonna multiply 4 to 2. That would be 8. Okay? Next, yung ilalim naman, 4 times 1, that would be 4. And do not forget, since our operation is subtraction, kailangan maiangat niyo siya dun sa taas. Okay? So, 3 minus 8, ayan na, magkaiba na naman ang sign. Yung 3 ay positive, yung 8 ay negative. So, magiging negative 5/4. So, meaning, kinopya lang natin yung 4 sa ilalim. So, hindi mawawala yung 4. Siya pa rin yung denominator natin. Again, bakit po naging negative 5 to? Because, yung 3 ay positive, yung 8 ay negative. Magkaiba. You do subtraction. 8 minus 3, 5. What's the larger number? 8. Anong sign ni 8? Negative. So, yun po yung dahilan bakit naging negative 5/4. Okay? So, yun po yung ating sagot sa example number 5. Let's proceed to example number 6. So, ito naman ay trinomial na, no? O quadratic equation na siya. Okay? So, in this case, 5 naman yung ating value, no? So, given f of x is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 10, find f of 5. So, again, substitution. So, makita nyo lahat ng x naka-red, meaning sila po yung papalitan. Ayan. So, I already substituted. Ayan na. So, 5 squared plus 6 times 5 plus 10. So, next thing we need to do, simplify. So, ito, times yun na to. Or raise nyo na to. 5 squared, meaning that's 5 times 5. And then, 6 times 5. Okay? So, mangyari, 25 plus 30. So, again, paano po nakuha yung 25? 5 squared, 5 times 5, and paano po nakuha yung 30? That is 6 times 5. Okay? Then, add the first two. 25 plus 30, that would be 55, and bring down 10. 55 plus 10, that would be 65. And that is our answer for example number 6. Okay? Another scenario. What if naman kung ang value ng ating ipapasok sa xi isang binomial, no? A plus 2. So, paano yan? So, again, substitution, yung x papalitan ng A plus 2. So, paano yan? So, f times A plus 2 is equal to A plus 2 squared plus 3. So, ito po yung tricky dito, no? Meron pa rin siyang power of 2 kahit naka-binomial siya. So, ibig sabihin yan, class, kailangan mong gawin yung tinatawag na e-expand. Bakit po natin siya kailangan i-expand? Kasi po, power of 2 yan. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang ganito. Alright? So, dalawang ganito ang kailangan mo. So, ayun po yung dahilan bakit may isa at may dalawang ganyan. Okay? So, yun po yung reason, ha? Lilinawin ko po, bakit po nagkaroon ng dalawang binomial? Dahil po sa power of 2. Kung power of 3 yan, edi tatlo. Kung power of 4, edi 4. In our case, power of 2 lang. So, dalawang beses. Paano natin ito masisimplify? So, I hope you remember the FOIL method or the distribution method. So, yun po yung magagamitin natin para ma-simplify itong example number 7. So, paano yan? So, first, sabi sa FOIL method, ang FOIL method ay F, O, I, L. Ano ibig sabihin ng first? Ng FOIL method? F stands for the first, O stands for the outside, I stands for the inside, and L stands for the last. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? So, meaning ng F, first terms sa bawat parentheses. So, first term sa first term, ayan, na-expand na natin siya. So, mangyari, first term sa first term, that would be A times A, hindi po siya 2A, ha? Again, kapag nagmumultiply, ina-add yung exponent. Ano ba exponent ng A dito? Diba, 1 yan? Again, pag wala, diba, laging 1. So, 1 plus 1, that would be 2. So, A squared. Okay? So, the first term is A squared. Next, outside term. O naman tayo. O. Outside term will be A times 2. So, again, pagsasamahin lang natin sila because that is a numerical and a variable. So, wala naman tayo, hindi naman natin sila masisimplify. So, pinagsasama lang natin, no? Since positive yan both side, positive yung A, positive yung 2, dapat positive 2A yung sagot natin, no? Ganun naman, I naman tayo. So, after outside, inner naman. So, positive yung 2, positive yung A. So, 2A pa rin. And last, L, last term. So, 2 times 2, that's both 2 and 2 are both positive. So, dapat positive 4 yung sagot natin. And just simply bring down positive 3. And then simplify. Paano natin simplify ito? By combining like terms. So, nakikita ninyo, ang mako-combine lang natin ng like terms ay yung parehas. Paano parehas? Dapat parehas sila ng variable, at dapat parehas sila ng exponent. Ano ba exponent na itong dalawa? 1. That's the reason why hindi po kasama to. Kasi hindi sila parehas eh. Kasi power of 2 to. So, hindi sila parehas ng power. So, pag hindi po parehas ng power, hindi mo pwedeng pagsamahin. Okay? In terms of addition and subtraction tayo, ha? So, mangyari, just simply bring down A squared. At pagsasamahin din natin itong dalawang constant. Constant is a term na walang variable. Okay, so whole number lang. So, yun ang pagsasamahin natin. Dalawa. Yung 2A, 2A, tsaka yung 4 plus 3. So, mangyari, A squared. So, bringing down ko lang yung A squared dito. 2 plus 2, 4, and then just copy A plus 7. So, yun yung reason bakit the final answer will be A squared plus 4A plus 7. Next, last example, I believe. So, this one, example number 8. Paano naman? Pag radical naman yung given, no? Find f of 4. So, again, substitution. So, makikita po natin yung x dyan ay naka-red, meaning papalitan po natin siya ng 4. So, simplify. Paano yun? Okay. So, mangyari, we need to multiply this one. So, 4 times 4, that would be 16. And 16 minus 3, that would be square root of 12. Maraming paraan para ma-simplify ito. Pwedeng ito na nga yung sagot eh. Alright? Pero kung gusto niyo pa ma-simplify, pwede kayong gumamit ng factors. Isip kayo ng factors na isa doon perfect square o isa doon perfect square para mailabas nyo, no? Or pwede mo namang gawin na sa calcu like this one. So, if you're gonna type on a calculator, so square root of 12, that would be approximately 3.46, no? Kaya po kung gumamit ng ganito, is hindi po kasi siya equal. Napakadaming value, decimal value niya. So, gamit po tayo ng approximate value, meaning nag-round off tayo. Okay, so hindi po siya saktong 3.46. Mahaba po ang kanyang value. So, approximately, f of 4 is equivalent po to 3.46. So, that will be all for our evaluation of function. So, I hope marami tayong natutunan. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, maraming salamat po, and I hope marami ulit tayong natutunan. God bless us all. Thank you.